Welcome to the first video of working with your Microbit. If you're like me, you were a bit surprised when it came out the box and what it looked like. And so just a basic idea, this is your front screen on the left hand side here. These are 25 LEDs that you can get to light up, and then the 4 holes at the bottom. And then this is the back side. I think this is your reset button, which the only time I've ever pushed it so far is to sort out my Bluetooth. There's a battery connector. Here's where you plug in your USB, and yeah, more details just about the processors. And so today we're going to do our first basic program with it. And because I can't swap between my computer screen and a picture of the Microbit that easily, I've got some screenshots from other people of what you should be expecting to your Microbit to look like, or what's going to be displayed on it. And so just up in the top here are the references of where I've got these images. So you've got your Microbit. First thing to do is to create the first program to load on your Microbit that then displays something special on your Microbit. And so how do you do that program? Well, it's all online. So open up a new tab in your preferred internet browser and type in Microbit. You can go straight away to microbit.org, or if you just typed in Microbit and you did search, the first option that comes up here is Microbit Educational Foundation. Click on that. And then this is the new page. Go to the top here to where it says Let's Code, and that'll get you to the right place. And then down here there's 2 editors you can use to create programs. The main thing we're going to use here is JavaScript block editor, because it's nice and fun. You literally just drag and drop your code. So let's click on Let's Code. Brings you to this page here, and you can click on New Project. And it'll load up the Java block editor. And so on your left hand side here is a picture of your Microbit, and then on the right hand side here is where you're going to create your code. And you can see there's 2 codes already here that you can add blocks to, and this one on the left hand side says on start. So it's the description there, you can see if you put your mouse on top, says run code when the program starts. So literally when your Microbit has got power, whatever is underneath this heading of on start, or underneath this block, it will execute it. And then this block over here, if you put your mouse on top, it says repeats the code forever in the background, and each iteration allows other codes to run. So for now we're going to push, you can either just leave where it is or put this forever to the right hand side. And then I want you to go here to the search button, and we're going to type something in here. And so what happens is you can see there's all these different menus here, and if you click on it, there's they've done it so nicely with the color coding. So if you're following other people's videos, you can see, well, if they've got a blue button, it must be under basic, or purple here under more, or music. But I must admit I'm quite lazy to go to these menus, so I literally just click on the search at the top and I type in LED. And you can see the one I want to use is this show LEDs. I think it's obviously one of the funnest things about the Microbit. It's getting the lights to light up. And so literally take it and drag it to this on start, and it clips in over there. So again, let me just type it. So I typed LED, I went here to it, my mouse, as soon as it's over, it gets a green border. I hold down my mouse and I drag it, and I would put it there. But I don't want it anymore, so I'm going to leave it. And you can see, you know where things fit on this website because of these little indents. So there's an indent here, and then there's an indent at the bottom of the show LEDs, and that tells you could add you could add code at the bottom here. And you can see that this, this bottom indent can just close off there, and this can just be your program, is just showing LEDs. And so LEDs refers to these 25 lights on the front of the Microbit, and you are literally saying, when you start your Microbit, what should it show on the LEDs? Now the easiest thing to do is to click on these boxes and make a smiley face. You can, okay, so how about everyone makes a smiley face like this? If you want to be adventurous, you're welcome to make any other figure you want. You can make a heart, you can make a smiley face, you could color in the eyes over here, make whatever you want. And the next step is to now save our program and export it. And so you go down to the bottom here, let me take that away because you probably won't have anything here. And this bar here, if you put your mouse on top, it says pick a name for your project. I'm going to call it Smile, you can call it Heart if that's what you called it, and click on the Save button next to it. And now it's asking where on your computer do you want to save it. So far I've just been putting everything on the desktop. If you want to put it in a different folder under My Documents, feel free. So I click on Desktop, and I'm going to make a folder here that I can put it in. So I'm going to click on New Folder in the top here, and a new folder appears, and I'm going to type in Microbit and click Enter. Another way to create a new folder is right click on the screen here, go New, and then click on Folder. Once it's created, I'm going to double click on the folder, and in here I'm going to not even have to type the name because it's already given you a name, Microbit, and then the smile part was what you typed in the name bar down here. And it saves it as a .hex file. Click Save, and you can see it's downloaded it to your computer. And so now what you need to do is plug your Microbit into the computer. Oh, before we go, I just want to show you on the screen here. It's showing you on the left-hand side what to expect on your Microbit. And so now we're going to plug our Microbit into the computer. Like I said, I'm going to show you a picture of that that I found on the net because I can't shift between this video and my Microbit that easily. And so this is what you're expected to look like. See if I can zoom in. So this is from belpercomputing.com, and so the USB plugs into your computer, and then the micro USB here plugs into the front or the back of your Microbit. Let's go back to our Microbit picture. It'll plug in over here, and so as soon as you plug it in like that, you should have a window open on your computer, and it should open up as a Microbit. So sorry, let me unplug my Microbit and plug it in again so you can see exactly what happens. So I've plugged mine in, and as I plug it in, this window pops open, and you know it's the Microbit window because it says Microbit, and it's showing you that it's volume E. So let's drag that to the side, and at the same time on this left hand side I'm going to open a window that's got the program in it that I just created. So I'm going to go back to Folder at the bottom here. I'm going to right click and go to the top here, go to Desktop, and see I have them side by side. I'm going to go to this Microbit folder, double click, and I can see my Microbit /smile.hex there, and I'm literally going to drag it and drop it into my Microbit. And don't be alarmed, it'll copy but it won't show up on the Microbit. Maybe it'll show up on yours but it doesn't show up on mine. It could be a setting on my computer that I need to change. So I drop it and it shows that it's copying, and it just takes a few seconds. And it shows there for a minute, and then the window closes, and you can see when the window reopens there's nothing there. Well, don't panic, it is there, I promise. Okay, and so now what you can do, let's just close those, is look at your Microbit, and it should show whatever design you just put on it. So the reason why the design's already showing up is because we said when your Microbit starts, show that LED's design, and well, our Microbit is started, so therefore it's going to show it. And it should look something like this. This is another screenshot from the microbit.org website, and I've got my SmileyFace showing at me. And yeah, so why don't you go back now and play around and create whatever design you want, and that design will come up each time you start your Microbit.